Throughout your career, you've done a fantastic job choosing projects that you want to go out for. What was it about World Beyond and this character in particular that stood out to you?
Yeah, I didn't really know much about this project when I got the call from Matt Negretti and Scott Gimple, and all I really knew about Felix was that he was queer and a vegetarian, and I was like, interesting. um, I sat on a call with them for a while, just talking about the world and the universe and the importance of the show resurfacing 10 years later in a new, fresh way. This was also like in the middle of the Trump era, and just the political and social landscape was tumultuous, to say the least. And I was looking for a vehicle that I could really use to tell a story that felt transformative. And Felix was that from the get. And then there was the Walking Dead universe, which is iconic in nature, changed the landscape of television, and all of the people that were involved. It was kind of a no-brainer.
This is kind of your first major venture into the kind of the sci-fi realm. Has anything surprised you about the experience? What's that transition been like?
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, I have just realized how much I love the action of it all, the fighting of it all. I have a dance and just like a musical theater background. So the choreo and the physicality is really something that I have fallen in love with, and am already looking for and figuring out what the next job is. And hopefully that will be part of it.
And you've shared on social media that this project has changed your life. What's been the biggest lesson you've learned about yourself, both personally and professionally, working on World Beyond?
Mm, yeah. Well, just being on this show forces you to examine the traumas of humans being, and survival at its core, and fighting for not only your life but the lives of the people that you love the most. It just puts it right in front of your face. And I think going from shooting the first season of this show to COVID and 2020 to going right back into the second season as the pandemic has been phasing out, at least over here. It's just put so much into perspective on my own priorities and my own voice and my own position, not only like in the industry and in the arts, but my own position in my family and in my marriage, and my future children, and just like what is the meaning behind all of this? What's it all for? Um, I couldn't have asked for a more transformative experience, honestly.
Yeah, speaking of your voice, you've talked in the past about how this character is a huge step in the right direction in terms of representation. What has it meant to you as an actor to be able to push these inclusive storylines forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. I think that like to see uh, a gay masculine superhero on television that doesn't lean into stereotypes and kind of, reframes just that archetype uh, is vital to just the queer experience in terms of representation. I I'm thrilled to have brought Felix to life in a world that also um, includes so many different people from so many different walks of life. This truly is an ensemble show and lifts up so many different voices and faces. And it's been an honor to be a part of.
You've also said in the past that this role has challenged you both physically and emotionally. Which was more challenging?
Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Depends on the day, for real. Depends on the day. Yeah, I don't think I can really compare the two. Um, I think that like we've all been really challenged these last couple of years, and I have thankfully had a outlet in my art to channel it to. So for that, I'm forever grateful.
As we look ahead to season 2, where do you want to see Felix's storyline head?
I think that all of the characters in the Walking Dead universe are constantly evolving and growing and finding new parts of themselves. And I think Felix already in this first season has been on a journey of self-love, self-respect, and self-appreciation in order to care for the people that he loves more deeply. And I'm excited for him to kind of just like find that balance a little better.
Which of Felix's relationships has been your favorite to explore in season 1, and why?
Well, in season 1, um, I would say Felix's relationship with the girls, with Hope and Iris. He really is kind of this father figure to both of them, to really all the kids in general. But as you know, and then there's obviously the Will character, which we got a glimpse of this first season. And the second season leans a lot heavier into that relationship, which has been really, really rewarding. And Jelani Aladdin, who plays Will, is such a pleasure and such a professional. And I adore him as a person and as an actor. So it's been great to bring that relationship to life.
And then final question for you. In addition to World Beyond, you're also spent the last 6 years starring in Younger. And the series is 7 years starring in Younger. And as the series gets ready to wrap up, if you could share any parting words with Josh, what would they be?
I mean, I love you, dude. I love you, Josh. I miss you already. I'm gonna get emotional even talking about this because this is the final week, the last episode. Yeah. I wish we got to see more of him this season. This season was a really difficult one for all of us, shooting in New York City, like in the thick of the pandemic. Was really just like a love letter to the city and its ability to survive no matter what, you know. But with the landscape of television just being so vast, I think we're living in a time where like there are so many unknowns that who knows what could happen. Like we could get more of Josh or more of these characters in Younger in the future. And I'm here for it.